So, Mr. Transfers himself, Fabrizio Romano, says Liverpool have contacted Bournemouth for Milos Kerkez. Deal talks are now advancing. Obviously, if the deal is in an advanced stage, Liverpool are also completing an agreement on personal terms with the Kerkez, and the player is keen on the move. Negotiations are underway between the clubs and transfer fee. Now, obviously, we know in the modern world, players get tapped up all the time. You're going to speak to the agent first. You're going to speak to, I don't know how they get into contact with the agent, but they find a way to get in contact with the agent. It's like, look, is your client interested in a move before we put in a transfer bid? Blah, blah, blah. They might agree on personal terms. Look, we're looking for 150 grand a week. Liverpool might go, we're looking to pay you 100. And yeah, so I think this deal's going to happen. Obviously, left back is a position that just needs upgrading. Like Robertson's a club legend, love him, but you could just see that kind of Klopp era running. It's taken a toll on his body. He's just not the same player physically. You know, he's just making really poor decisions in game, and yeah, left back needs an upgrade 100%. Costas, I like him, super likable guy. Can whip in across. You know, he loves being at the club, but he needs to be upgraded as well. I think one of them is going to leave. If I had to put my money on it, it's probably going to be Costas. But Costas is probably on less wages than Robertson. But if you keep Robertson, he's good for the dressing room. He's a leader. You know, he knows the club inside and out. And he might kind of struggle to kind of be willing to be that kind of backup role. I think he probably still thinks that he could be the number one. But Costas, he's more familiar with the backup role. He's more familiar. He's all right with it. You know, he's happy to just be at the club. So Liverpool can have a decision there because you just can't go into a season with three left backs, right? You have two. You have a main one and a backup one, or maybe two really really good ones that you rotate with. But if Kerkez comes in, he's going to be number one. He's going to be the key player. He's going to be the one playing week in week out. And from what I've seen, obviously I don't watch Bournemouth week in week out. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. He does look like a good player, good quality player. It looks like when I've seen Bournemouth play, Kerkez and Dean Hodgson, who unfortunately went to Madrid. Would have loved him as a signing, but those two always stood out to me. I was like, oh, who's that left back there? Or who's that centre back there? Those two just passed the eye test. So I think this will be a good signing. It's been a link that's been going on for months and months and months. So yeah, I think 100% there's been truth to rumours. I think it's a good buy, 45 million. I mean, 10 years ago, you'd be like, that's crazy money for left back. But in today's market, today's climate, with how important the fullback position is, especially with bombing forwards, being attacking, being like another winger, you also have to defend. You're going to have to pay top money. And Kerkez kind of fits that bill. Young, you know, I think he's under 24. I can't remember exactly. So he's got the best years of his playing career. He's probably not going to want 300 grand a week. And I think he could be that kind of player that makes that kind of next step up. If he joins Liverpool, he could just elevate level or two and just like hit top form, hit like top peakness, and just be a quality player for us. So I think it's a very, very good signing. I'll be sad to see Costas go. I think Robertson will stay, even though he's on big, big money. I don't think he'll sign a new contract because he's on like 160 grand a week. I love Robbo, but he's not worth 160 with how he's playing currently, his kind of ability at the moment. So yeah, if he's willing to take a pay cut and maybe puts in another strong year, might have second thoughts. But unfortunately, it's the football game. Game's ruthless, and you have to kind of look and build and rebuild your squad at times, rebuild certain positions. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below about this signing. Is he a player that you guys are excited about? And before we go, we'll check out his numbers. So he played 36 games for Bournemouth this season. 2 goals, 5 assists. And when I have seen him play, very kind of forward pressing, attacking, whipping across. So yeah, I think it's going to be a good signing. I think it's going to be a good piece of business. So yeah, super duper appreciate all the support. Make sure to comment, like, share, and sub. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.